Hello there, this is DVT, and this is Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 9 on Nintendo Switch, and today I'm gonna be driving the Automobile Pininfarina Battista in multiplayer thanks to another 1v1 tournament. That's right, there's another one, this time for this car. Now unfortunately I did do a little bit of an oopsie where I pre-selected the car that I wanted to use. I wanted to show you the options that I had, but I already selected it, so I will just tell you that the version of the car that I'm driving is focused on acceleration. That's the most I can tell you for now. Now, if you like me doing videos on this game in general, and if you enjoy my content, why don't you hit the like button? That helps the channel. So go ahead, do it. And if you haven't subscribed, might as well, you know, I post literally daily, so there's always stuff to watch over here. But alright, 1v1 tournament with the Pininfarina Battista. I was actually kind of on the fence if I was gonna record this or not, because I swear I thought I had already recorded 1v1 with this car, but upon looking at the content in the channel, I don't think I did. I probably am confusing it with another electric car. You know that I'm not a huge fan of electric cars, and Jesus Christ, this guy just got past me like that. Holy moly, this guy knows what he's doing. Is this the first time that I'm gonna lose a race in the very first race that I do? It might just be. Look at this guy. Damn! He knows what he's doing. Alright, well, this is what happens when I drive electrics, you know? This is what I get for liking electrics, and electrics don't like me, I suppose. You know that song? I don't like electrics and the electrics don't like... Okay, someone had to get that reference. But anyway, so yeah, I thought that I had recorded something with this car, but apparently I haven't. And I have some thoughts to give you on this car. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was a terrible jump. Man, this guy really knows... Oh, wait a second, he didn't go for this jump, but he still has such a lead on me. Wow, this is really surprising to me, because I've never once lost the very first race that I do. That is... Well, I am surprised, to say the least. Oh, look at that, he actually has the same version of the car that I do. You can tell by the rank. That's interesting. Well played, mister. Well played. All right. Let's see if this time I can do a little bit better than the previous race. Seriously, I am shocked. I've always said that generally in the first races of the 1v1 tournaments is when you're gonna find the easiest opponents, right? Because basically it works like a filtering system where the hardest opponents are gonna be the ones that you're gonna be matched against at the very end. Though I guess out of sheer randomness, there's always the possibility where you're gonna find that really skilled player. 25, let's go, baby! What was that? Alright, I think this is gonna be one of those videos where nothing goes right, but we still have something to laugh about, so yes. Yeah, so out of sheer randomness, I suppose that there's always a chance for you to get matched against a really skilled opponent right in the very first race, which seems to be what happened in the first race, so there is that, but... Alright, first race is an L, second race it's 25 360s, because why not? Hey! Helicopter mode, let's go. In fact, I think that's not the very first time that it has happened to me, where I do a dumb amount of spins over there, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm still gonna win this race unless I do something really, really dumb, but okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. Second race, first W. Technically the first W for the entirety of the thing. You know what I'm saying. Whatever. Yeah, he's driving exactly the same version that I am. Curious. Now, as I was trying to say in the first race, I've always considered this car to be... Well, I have a bit of a weird relationship with this car. I used to consider this car a very, very, very boring car. I saw it first in Asphalt 8, though I think it was introduced about at the same time in Asphalt 8 and Asphalt 9. But of course, me playing more Asphalt 8 at the time, that's where I knew it from. And I acquired a car for free in that game because it was easy to acquire the cars, but upgrading them is a nightmare, whatever. I was never super interested on this car, to be honest. I always thought that it was a boring looking car, because you know that I like very extreme looking cars and whatnot. And yeah, I was never interested on it, and I knew in the global version, I saw that you could acquire this car during, what was it? Thanksgiving, I think. If you play the global version of this game, you remember when this happened. I saw that you could get this car if you had the Legend Pass, or if you bought the Legend Pass, and everybody was like, oh my god, you can get the Class S car by just getting the Legend Pass. But it was only at 1 star, and I knew I wasn't going to spend tokens in starring it up, so I never cared for it, really. Obviously, now that I'm playing the Switch version, and because over here I do buy the Legend Pass pretty much every single time, I did end up acquiring this car, and that's why I own it at 1 star. And alright, that's the second W in the third race. Man, this is going to get confusing to keep on saying. And like I said, in the global version, I wasn't super interested of getting a Class S car at 1 star because obviously, well, at 1 star, you're not going to be able to do anything and you have only 3 fuel anyway, so what good is the car in that sense, right? But over here in the Switch, it's a different story because obviously we have a quick race, we have a split screen, we have all of that stuff. So even a car at 1 single star can still be used and enjoyed if you're playing with someone else or whatever, right? So over here, I didn't mind getting the car at all. I got it in that same Legend Pass. But like I said, visually speaking, I didn't even think like, oh, this is kind of a boring car. Except that as time has gone on, I have found some other electric cars that I find even more boring than this, and my opponent just disconnected. Okay, I guess we get to mess around a little bit or something. Or just finish the race. And now I see the Battista and I'm like, you know what? I actually take it back. I do like the Battista. It looks much more interesting compared to something like the Rimac Nevera, which, again, not the most boring car out there, but not the most exciting either in terms of look. And then something like the Deus Vallano, which I've talked before that I find it to be the most boring looking electric car so far in this game. Well, I mean, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but just talking in the sense of hypercars, electric hypercars, comparing the Rimacs and this, and then that other one, yeah, this isn't bad at all. I have changed my position, what can I say? And another peculiar thing about this car is that, well, I didn't know this car in terms of stats in this game because, again, I didn't have the car and whatnot. Oh, what happened with my opponent? He's just lagging back there. What's happening? Okay. But once I actually looked into the stats of this car, I was like, what? Class S, but this thing is so slow. What is the deal with this car? And yeah, it does seem like a very slow car. That actually gets me thinking, does it have perfect nitro? I don't even know if it does. That tells you how much I know about. Okay, well, good thing I was in the lead anyway. But yeah, I saw that it's a very slow car, so it would seem to me that in this game, in Asphalt 9, it's not an incredibly amazing car. And I was really curious because it seems that a lot of people like this car in general. We're really excited about it, but I never quite understood why. I still to this day, I don't quite understand. I don't know if it's because of the name of Pininfarina being a very famous designer of cars, or they love the look of this car. I don't know what it is, but yeah, people have been in the past excited about this car. Never quite understood why. It seems that, no, it doesn't have perfect nitro boost. Wow, I thought at least it would have that. Jesus Christ. So it's a Class S car that even with nitro it goes at 375. That is, well, it accelerates like crazy, that is for sure. So that's maybe where this car does something nice. Looking at the stats of the car, maybe this is like the Corvette Grand Sport of Class S, right? Where it's very agile. It is, well, the Corvette Grand Sport doesn't have good acceleration, but you know what I'm saying. It's a car that may be slow, but it has crazy nitro and crazy handling, kind of like this. Is that the archetype that this car fulfills in Class S? Because otherwise, I don't quite understand it. And like I said, I only own the car at 1 star, never spent any tokens and tried to start it up or anything. I'm not interested on that. But it does make me curious as to what is the role of this car in multiplayer. Is it even a competitive car in multiplayer? I have absolutely no clue. Because now that I think about it, maybe it's kind of similar to the Cyan, right? The Cyan also has, well, the Cyan has much worse acceleration. So maybe the Cyan is a bit more like the Grand Sport, and this is more like the Apex AP1 of Class B. Maybe like the Vanda. Maybe it's like the Vanda of Class S. I don't know. At this point, I'm just rambling. I don't really understand the role of this car. I don't understand why it was so hyped. Maybe, like I said, and by the way, I'm not judging for anybody to be hyped about it. I'm like, oh, why are you hyping about this car? No. I just don't understand. So if anybody has any idea, can anybody illuminate me on this? Or maybe it was just my perception and really nobody was that excited about it. Who knows? That's another W. Let's go, baby. But oh well, this is what happens when you don't know what you're talking about. You proceed to talk about something you don't know anything about. But yeah, at least, like I said, my view on this car has changed a little bit because, yeah, it's not that bad. In fact, I have grown to like it a little bit in terms of look. I still don't love the fact that it's an electric, but you know, that's always my complex relationship with electric vehicles and their lack of roomy room. So, yeah. But yeah, so I still believe that I will never start this car up in this game. But still, I can kind of appreciate it. And now that I think about it, this car was recently released in Forza Horizon 5. I think it's in a car pack, so you have to buy it or something. So should I do that? I don't know, maybe. Who knows? But by the way, I should probably give you a bit of context as to when I'm recording this, because I do expect this video to come out in a considerable amount of time after I recorded it. I'm recording this in Sakura Spring. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I guess I should check after this race. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I'm recording midway through the season. But right now there's so much happening in the game that I don't see where I would be able to release this particular video, because it's more like a video that doesn't need to be released right away. But okay, whatever. Let me check what the season is. Oh, see, I knew what I was talking about. Sakura Spring season, and I'm recording it actually towards the end of the season. You can see that there's only 4 days left. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of date when this was happening, or when I recorded it, I suppose. And the reason I know that this is going to be released, or well, I'm going to be releasing it at least a couple of weeks after I record it, is because, like I was saying, there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment in this version of the game, at least for me, because the Revuelto special event just began. And by the time I'm recording this, it just began a couple of days ago. So, of course, I'm going to be recording a considerable amount of videos about that whole thing of the Revuelto, the special event, opening packs, and whatnot. So I know that there's going to be at least a few videos on this version of the game that I'm going to be recording and uploading, let's say, in a preferential manner, because it's more important for me to show that when it's happening than to show, for example, this 1v1. This type of videos, sometimes I just keep them on the back burner, I suppose, for whenever I need to upload, or rather when I need something to release something, because I don't have anything else on the channel or whatever. Maybe there's a bit of a drought on my side with the videos, who knows. So yeah, that's why I expect this video to be released who knows when, but man, I'm so excited with my Revuelto situation. By the time this video is out, the whole thing with the Revuelto has already resolved. Did I manage to gold it? If you know it, then let me know in the comments. Tell me, DBT, you did or didn't manage to gold your Revuelto in the special event. Congratulations, or not. Alright, that's gonna be W number 7. Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. So yeah, like I said, I was even thinking of not recording this at all. It wasn't my plan. In fact, that's why I'm recording this literally during the last day, during the last few hours when this thing is available. Because it wasn't in my mind to record it. I swear I thought I had already made a 1v1 tournament video on this car, but somehow I didn't. And if I did, then I misnamed it or something, because I cannot find it in my content. There's so many videos in my channel that it gets difficult to remember what it is that I've already done. So I have to rely on the title of the videos, and I don't seem to find one regarding the Battista. So I know that I've done an Asphalt 8 versus Asphalt 9 video on this car. I've done, I don't know, probably a couple more videos in relation to this car, maybe in a different game, but like a 1v1 tournament, I don't know. It's probably, maybe I'm thinking about it, or thinking that I already did it, because like I just said, the electric cars in my mind are a little bit interchangeable, because I'm not super interested on them. So maybe in my head it's like, yeah, you probably recorded one video with an electric car not too long ago, so it might have been that one, even if it isn't. So I don't know, whatever, it's fine. All right, that's W number 8. Look at that. First race I got defeated, and then from there onwards it has been just clean sailing. Is it clean? Is it clear? Clear sailing? Is that what I was supposed to say? I'm not sure. I was just trying to look at the videos that I've done in 1v1s, and the previous one from the time that I'm recording this, the last one that I released, was precisely the one on the Deus Bayen, where I was talking about how I find that car to be currently the most boring looking electric car, at least in the game. The high tier electric cars, I suppose I should say. So maybe am I confusing it with that? I don't know. Now my opponent is actually pretty close behind me, so I gotta focus over here. I don't want to lose another race. So let me see if I can keep this position, because he's right behind me. You can see it over there on the minimap. So, alright, good entrance here. Go for acceleration. Alright, he's falling behind, that's good. One that messed us up, lovely. Alright, if I don't mess up the last big jump in this track, I should be alright. But I'm always nervous on that jump. I'll tell you exactly where. This jump ahead. Because I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, I used to go on the right side over here. But then I learned that apparently this side is the better route, and yet I'm still very afraid that I'm going to mess it up. Though I guess this car with good nitro makes it considerably easier. But yeah, all right. First place, bye-bye. That's what, number 8 or 9? 9. Nice. All right. All right, let's see what we can do. I have faith in myself. I just need to win 2 more races. 2 more races. No, wait. 3. 2, 3. We did 9, so we need 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so yeah. 3 more races to do to win. And then I'll be free. I really am not hating on this car. It's a very agile car. It seems like a very fun car to drive. But yeah, I just don't see how this... Oh, he wrecked! RIP. I know that pain, buddy. I know that pain. I've wrecked there a million times before, so I can see how that's very frustrating. Yeah, so it does seem like it's definitely a ton of fun to drive this car, but is this really competitive in Class S? I just can't wrap my head around it. More so in the Switch, where honestly in the Switch I have experience. I don't know if your experience is the same, but for me, it seems that the moment that you hit Legend League, you don't even have a tiny bit of time to use the mid Class S cars. You instantly have to go for the best ones because everyone is already going with the best cars. It seems to me that in any other league, you do have a little bit of leeway to drive the not fantastic cars of the class that you just entered because, well, you're gonna be finding, you know. But Legend League doesn't feel like that at all. So I never have an opportunity to drive the not good cars, which saddens me because that means I never get to drive my Veneno, but fine, whatever. And because I totally know how to count, now for really 2 more races that I need to finish. Though, I do believe that it's still the case where 11 and the reward for finishing 11 races and the reward for finishing 12 is the same, where it's 250,000 credits. So technically speaking, so long as I win 1 more race, I should be set to get the best reward. But you know, why not aim for absolute glory, huh? Why not? All right. So far looking good. I am ahead of my opponent, so... Alright. Yep. I'm telling you, I've played these tracks so many times, and that, again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to pretend that I'm better than I actually am. But I played these 4 tracks so much that now I'm very familiar with them. Now even the Himalayas doesn't feel that terrible to me. I still don't love it, especially for the initial part of that track. But yeah, I have even gotten used to this. Again, I suppose that has helped for me to hone this jump, that I don't mess that up. I mean, I still mess it up, but I mess it up a little bit less often. Like I said earlier, go on this jump on the left side as opposed to the right side, because apparently that's the better route. Now I don't mess it up as much. So, I don't know. I suppose... Oh, Jesus Christ. I suppose it served its purpose, but man, I really wish we had different map selection or map rotation for this. Just for the sake of variety, you know? And of course, I badmouth Himalayas, and my last race is gonna be in Himalayas. Of course, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I have gotten a little bit more used to this particular track. It's funny because in general, Himalayas, I have always found it to be easy tracks, at least just in the sense of, you know, there's nothing super crazy about them. The layout is very straightforward. I see people going on the left side. I have even seen the pro players going on the left side over there. But for some reason, I prefer to... Oh my God! Ah! I'm fine. Listen. It doesn't even matter. At this point, it doesn't even matter. See, I was saying, oh, the curse of Himalayas. No, it's fine. Now I know how to drive in Himalayas, and then I proceed to mess up. You know what? I'm gonna skip this for you because this is pain. It's even pain for me. Well, what can I say? When things go south, things go south. So I guess this wasn't my last race. My last race is gonna be the next race. Congratulations, mister. You've won fair and square. Okay, now we're in a track that I'm a bit more comfortable with, so that's fine. Except for that one jump where this car upon landing can just go sideways for absolutely no reason and wreck. So let's hope that's not gonna be the case, but you know, it's fine. So I'm even tempted to not attempt anything fancy on that jump because I'm nervous about the car just... That is the thing with this type of cars, right? The ones that are very bouncy and that are good for floaties at this jump. Cars that are good for floaties and all of that stuff. I feel like these are the most unstable ones. Kind of like the... what's it called? The Ultima RS. I heard that is also a ridiculously unstable car precisely because of its bouncy capabilities and the floaties and all of that stuff. So I guess in a way that's a bit of a double-edged sword where it can be good, it can be bad. So, I don't know, was that on purpose? I have no idea. I'm willing to say no, it wasn't on purpose by the developer. It's probably just a side effect of the car being so bouncy and just doing whatever it wants with the physics of the game. But you know what this is? This is called a 12W, let's go, baby! Alright, that got a little bit tough at the end, just in the sense that if I had lost this, I would have lost the entire thing because I already had 2 L's. But it's not a problem because that's a W, so I'll take it. And that gives me my 250,000 credits as a reward. Lovely. So you know what to do if you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.